Hi, my name is Jason, and welcome back once again to For Yarn's Sake, where we're going to show you just how easy it can be to create your very own handmade crochet gifts. Make it unique, make it personal, and make it easy. So the stitch we're going to tackle today, in our next line of stitches to grow our skill set, is the puff stitch. You can see the puff stitch is very light and puffy, hence the name puff stitch. It's really easy, and it makes your projects look really fun, I think. I love doing this stitch with projects. I like making baby blankets and hats and scarves and lots of things on this. All right, well, let's get started then. As always, we're going to need our worsted weight acrylic yarn, and I'm using a 6mm crochet hook. Go ahead and make a slip knot and put it right on your hook. Now the puff stitch is not worked in any particular set of multiples, so we're just going to go ahead and chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's do 15, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And that's going to be our little swatch we're going to work on and practice on today. You make yours as big as you want. And at the end, we're going to go 15, and then we're going to go 1, 2, 3 for our turning. And then in the third chain from the hook, we're going to go ahead and work our first puff stitch. Now, a puff stitch is going to be, it's almost like a double crochet that you don't finish off. So let's count 1, 2, 3. We're going to yarn over, and now you have 2 loops on the hook. And in that third chain, go ahead and insert your hook, drop another loop, and here's where you would finish off for your double crochet, but we're going to stop right there, and now we have 1, 2, 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over again, go through the same stitch again, draw up another loop, and now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 loops on the hook. Yarn over one more time, go through the same stitch, draw up another loop, and now we should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 loops on the hook. And we're just going to yarn over and pull through all 7, and then we're going to finish it off with a slip stitch. And there, you've made your very first puff stitch. And now we're just going to go right back into the second stitch right here and do the same thing. Yarn over, go through, draw up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, go through, draw up another loop, and now there's 5. And one more time, yarn over, go through, and draw up, and now you have 7. Go, just draw your yarn right through all 7, and finish off with a slip stitch. And just keep doing that all the way down. And I go 1, go in twice, and go in 3 times. And that should give you all 7 loops on your hook, and then just draw through all 7 and then finish off with a slip stitch, and just keep working that all the way down. 1 and 2 and 3. I think I've said before on some of my videos that my family thinks I'm a madman sometimes, because all I do is sit and count. 1 and 2 and 3. And they know that if they ask me questions and I don't answer right away, they know to leave me alone, because I got numbers in my head. And there's another puff stitch. Let's see that one more time. You yarn over, go through, pull up 1 loop, and always make sure you're pulling your yarn up to match the height so it doesn't get squished. Yarn over, go through, pull up another one, and now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over, that makes 6. Go through, drop another loop is 7, and pull through all 7 loops, and finish off with just a little slip stitch. That's 1 and 2 and 3, and pull through all 7 and slip stitch, and just keep working it all the way down. 1 and 2 and 3, and pull through all of them and slip stitch. And you can see how amazing that stitch is looking already. And go ahead and finish up all the way down. 1 and 2 and 3. People are going to wonder, how have you done all this magic? This is some kind of voodoo magic that you're doing here with this stuff. I can never do that. Well, once again, that's our secret. This is easy stuff. You can do it, anybody can do it, and people will be so impressed with your work. You will make the best Christmas presents and birthday presents. People will be asking, oh, can you make me a baby blanket for this and baby? Your work will be in demand. All right, one more. We go 1 and 2 and 3. And go ahead and draw through all 7 and put a slip stitch, and look, we're almost done with our first row. There's 1 and 2 and 3. There we go. And just a little slip stitch to tie it off there. And we have two more chains left, so we're going to work 1 more puff stitch. And that's 1 and 2 and 3. Go through all 7 loops, slip stitch, and in the last chain on the hook, we're going to go ahead and just work another double crochet. Just a simple double crochet, just like that. So on each side, it'll be bordered by essentially a double crochet. This first one was our chain 2 over here, and on this side is a double crochet, and we're going to work the second row. So chain up 2, turn your work, and this chain 2 counts as your first double crochet, and you'll see right here, if you can see right here, here's your puff stitch, and right here is the slip stitch you used to close it off. Well, that's where you're going to be going through for your next puff stitch, and we're going to make it right on top. So yarn over, go through once, yarn over, go through twice, yarn over, go through 3 times, and then pull it through all the loops, and then finish off with a slip stitch. Nothing could be easier. And then just find your next one, go through once, twice, 3 times, and then pull through all your loops and finish off with a slip stitch, and just keep working that all the way down. 1 and 2 and 3. Go through all your loops, finish off. 1, yarn over, 2, yarn over, 3, and go through all the loops. And see how easy this is? 1, yarn over, 2, yarn over, 3, and go through all the loops. Practice this just a little bit, and you will have this mastered in no time. 1 and 2 and 3. I'm pulling up all my loops to make sure it's the same height so it doesn't get squished, and then just finish off and just keep going all the way down. 1 and 2 and 3. And like I said, I've made hats and scarves and whole blankets. I made a full queen size blanket once with just this puff stitch. It was really cool. I'm going to go 1, yarn over 2, yarn over 3, pull through all of them, finish off with a slip stitch, yarn over, put it right there on top. 1, yarn over, 2, yarn over, and 3, and pull through all 7 loops and finish off with a slip stitch. And we're almost done with our second row. You see how quick that goes? Sometimes it gets a little bit difficult to pull through all the loops. Maybe you made it a little too tight. 1 and 2 and 3. But if you just work it, just feel the yarn and get a good idea of how tight you're working here. And we got 2 more, it looks like. So there's 1, a little more yarn, and 2 and 3, and pull through all of them, and a slip stitch. And here's our last puff stitch. Yarn over, go through, pull up a loop. So now you have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over for 4, go through, pull up another one. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yarn over for 6, go through, pull up 7, and then just pull through all 7 and finish off with a slip stitch. And then right here is that chain from our starting, so we're just going to go ahead and find the top of that and put in our last double crochet of the row like that. And that's it. That's just as easy as it can be. And you see how light and yet the blankets made out of this are still really warm. I hope this helped you today. If it is, go ahead and consider leaving me a like, or go ahead and subscribe to my channel. We can learn all this stuff together. Comment down below stuff you're working on. I'd love to see. If you're having some difficulties, well, maybe we can work that out together too. And join us back here next time at For Yarn's Sakes.